Hey guys, welcome back in CodeSphere. So this is the most important part of this series. So guys, in this video, I will show you that how you can implement a full screen toggle button. So you can see that when I clicked on this text view, so we came on this activity, and when I will click any of these videos, so you can see that we came on this activity, but this time you can see that we have a full screen toggle button. Yes guys, now we have a full screen toggle button, and now you can see that our video is started loading. So if I will click on this button, show video, I click on this full screen toggle button, so you can see that our video is now full screen. There is no action bar, there is no uh, window title, and our icon also here is changed. You can see that it is a shrink, and when you will click on this again, so now you can see that now our video, our icon is also changed. Now it is portrait, and if I will click on it again, so you can see that now it will become full screen and the icon here is changed. So today in this video I will show you that how you can implement this, and if you will play this video, so you can see that it is streaming quite good and it is working pretty fine. So today in this tutorial I'm going to show you that how you can do this in your Android app, how you can implement a full screen toggle button in exoplayer. So without wasting time, let's start. So guys, first of all what we have to do is we need to go to Android manifest file, and then here you can see that our full screen activity, the activity, the class where we are implementing full screen, its name is fullscreen.java, and you can see that this is fullscreen.java. Now go in main activity manifest file, and here what we need to do is simply you can see that this is our activity full screen. So here we need to change something, so simply write config changes, and then here we will write keyboard hidden. Then after this we will write orientation, and then here we will write screen size. So guys, you have to add these three things in your manifest file, and now we can proceed. So let me close this manifest file, and now here what we need to do is first of all we have to create a layout resource file for custom exo controls. So simply create a new layout resource file, and we will give it a name exoplayer underscore custom custom underscore controls, and guys, after this simply okay. So now you can see that it is created, and this is our custom controls layout file, and now here we need to implement some controls for exoplayer. So simply first thing that we need to write is change its height to wrap content. Simply write wrap content, and then its layout gravity, it will be bottom. So simply write bottom. Then layout direction, and it will be LTR. Then background, and background we will give is the hashtag, then CC, then 00000. Yes guys, there is total 6 zeros, and then after this here simply write orientation, and orientation will be vertical. So simply write, so we don't need to write because we have already given orientation here. You can see that this is orientation. So after this simply write target API, and this will be 28. Yes guys, it is 28, and now after this inside it again we will use another linear layout. So simply write linear layout, and this time its width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, and gravity will be center. So simply write gravity and center, and pairing top will be 3dp, and then simply orientation, it will be horizontal. So let me make it pairing 4dp. Yes guys, and after this giving it simply close, and inside this linear layout what we will do is we will implement image buttons for exoplayer control. So simply write image button, and this time we are not going to use width and height because exoplayer is quite good. We don't need to implement these things. All we need to do is simply write id, and id will be exo preview, exo previous, and then after this second line what we need to do is simply write style, and style will be exo media button previous. Yes guys, that's all, and simply close it. And now it's time to copy this image button, and control plus C, then I will paste it 6 times because we have basically 6 controls. So simply paste it, and now guys, after let me change it one by one. So after previous here I will write rewind, and then its style will be rewind, and then after rewind here we will use exoplay, then simply write. So is after rewind here we will not use play. After rewind here we will simply use repeat. So simply write repeat, and then it will be exomedia button. So simply write exomedia button, then repeat. So after this here we will simply use. So what here I'm just gonna do is let me remove this repeat button because I don't think we need it, so simply remove it. And yes guys, now it's fine. Now we have total 6 buttons, and that is all we need. So come again inside this after rewind. Here what we need to do is simply write play button. So write play, and its style will be exoplay. So simply write exoplay, and after play here we will implement pause. So simply write pause, and its style will be exopause. So write pause, and after pause here we will simply use forward, and its style will be fast forward. So simply write fast forward, and then after fast forward here we will implement the last button, and it is next. So simply, and its style will be exo button dot next. Yes guys, that's all for the buttons. And after come outside this linear layout, and here we have to use another linear layout, and this time we will make it with match parent. So simply match parent, and height will be wrap content, and then margin top will be 4 dp. So you can see that it is 4 dp, and then gravity it should be center vertical. So simply write center vertical, and after this here we will use is let me close it, and inside this linear layout guys we are going to use text view for duration. So simply write text view, and then it's first of all we will give it id. So its id will be exo position. So simply write exo position, and you can see that this is exo position, and its width will be wrap content, height will be wrap content, and then after this here we will simply write text size, and text size will be 14 sp, and then here we are going to use text style, it will be bold. So simply write bold, and then padding left. So padding left will be 4 dp, because then it will look better than padding right, and this will be again 4 dp, and then after this include font padding, it will be false, and then text color, and it will be hashtag ffbe be. So now you can see the text color is appearing here, and you can also give android. Let me create android white, and now you can see that white color is now visible here. And after this white color here what we need to do is simply close this text view, and now not like this. Let me, yes, now it's fine. So after this text view here we will use a view for the progress. So simply use view, and then again first thing we will use is id. So id will be exo placeholder. So simply exo progress placeholder, and then its width will be 0 dp, then its height will be, so before this we will use is layout weight, and layout weight will be 1, then its height will be 26 dp. So simply write 26 dp, and after this here what we need to do is close this one, and then here we will again use a text view for total duration. So simply write text view, and its width will be, again first of all we will use id. So simply write id, and it will be exo duration, and now after this its width will be wrap content again, and height will be again wrap content, and then text size is 14 sp. So simply write text 14 sp, and now after this text style, and it will be bold, and then after this padding left it will be 4 dp, and then padding right it will be 4 dp. And guys, after this include font padding and it will be false. Then again text color and it will be Android, then white. And then after this here what we need to do is it's fine. Now close it. So after this here we need to use is the most important thing is a frame layout for our toggle button. So simply write frame layout and then again we will give id and the id will be exo full screen button. So simply write exo underscore full screen underscore button and then simply after this give it width and its width will be 32 dp. Simply write 32 dp and then again 32 dp and then layout gravity and it will be right. So simply write right and then guys, after this here what we need to do is inside this frame layout here what we are going to do is we will use a image view for the button. So simply write image view because we will switch the drawables because when the button is clicked, so that's why we have to use the image view. So here what we will do is again we will give it an id first thing, then simply write id and it will be exo underscore full screen and then after this underscore it will be icon and now after this its width will be 20 dp and then after this its height will be again 20 dp and then we will make it clickable, it will be true. So after this simply write layout gravity and it will be center and then after this center simply write adjust view by bounds and it will be true. Then scale type it will be fit center. Then after this source, so it's time for the source. So guys, you can see that this is a source and it is showing here drawable IC full screen expand. So I have already downloaded it from Google and pasted it in my this drawable directory. So you can see that it is available IC full screen expand, IC full screen string. So you need to download it from Google or I will provide it in the source code. So for this, now let me close this one. So now you can see that our custom file is now almost complete. So now what here we need to do is switch to design section and now you can see that it is easily visible. This is how our layout custom layout is looking. So after this let me close this one and it's time to go to fullscreen.java and here what we need to do is simply first of all write boolean and it will be full screen. So simply write full screen and then we will pass it equals to false, then semicolon and now again that we will need a image view. So simply write image view and it will be full screen button. So simply write full screen button and then done. So guys, after this here what we need to do is go inside this on create method and guys make sure that you have to give the reference of that full screen button just after this player view reference, because if you will give it before it then it will crash and the app will not work. So what here I'm trying to say that right equals to player view and dot find view by id, then r dot id dot and it will be exo full screen icon, exo full screen icon. Yes guys, then simply close this one. So after this just what we need to do is that we have given the reference, now we can use that image. So come inside this on create and simply write that full screen toggle button, full screen button dot set on click listener method, then new, then on click listener method and now you can see that method is showing here. So here first of all we will check that its orientation. So simply write if and then write full screen and if it is full screen then what we will do here that we will simply change the first of all we will change that drawable. So simply write full screen button and dot set drawable, set image drawable and it will be context compat. Simply write context compat then dot get drawable and it will be full screen dot this. So simply write full screen dot this and then after this here we will write r dot drawable and it will be expand. So simply write dot then expand and just after this line what here we need to do is after this we will get the window, that simply write get window, not get support action bar, write get window, and then after this window dot get decor view, and then dot set system UI visibility, and it will be view. Then after this view simply write dot, and it will be system UI flag full screen. So we are going to use simple system UI flag visible, and then after this simply you can see. So now we will check that we have support action bar or not. So simply write if, and then write get support action bar, and if it is not equals to null, then what here we are going to do is simply write null. Then if it is not equals to null, then what we will do is we will simply show it. So dot show, and yes guys, so we will show it. And after this here we will do is just after this if statement, here we are going to write is set requested orientation, and it will be activity info, then dot, and it will be screen orientation portrait. Yes guys, so it will make the phone portrait, so it will check. And then after this here again we need to write is linear layout. So guys, one more important thing that before giving this, that make sure check your parent layout, and you can see that in this here our parent layout is linear layout, so you have to give linear layout here. And if you use some another layout, so you have to give that parent layout here. So simply write linear layout dot layout parents, but I will recommend you to use linear layout because it is more easy. So after this linear layout params, here what we need to do is simply write params, then equals to, then again linear layout dot layout params. And now here what we are going to do is simply write player view, and then dot, it will be get layout params, then semicolon. So guys, after this simply here we need to write is params, and then we will fix the width and the height. So simply write width, and width will be params equals to params, then dot, and it will be dot, then match parent, then semicolon, and then params dot, oops, we need to write params dot height, and this time we are going to use an integer. So simply write integer, and integer will be, so here simply write bracket, then 200, then star, and after this simply write get application context, and then after this dot get resources dot get display metrics, and then density, and then semicolon. So after this here simply we need to write is that player view dot set layout params, not get layout for params, we will write set layout params, and it will be params. Then after this here we need to write is full screen equals to false, and then semicolon. So guys, this is enough for the first part if. And now here what we need to do is simply write else, and now we will code the else part, that if the device is already in landscape mode, then what we will do is we need to copy this line from here. So simply copy this from here, expand, and copy this line, and then come inside else and paste it. But this time we will change the expand to shrink, and let me make it IC full screen shrink. Yes, now it's fine. So after this here what we are going to do is simply I need to copy these lines. So simply copy this one from here, and including this if statement, and simply copy it, then again come inside this if else part, and then paste it here. But guys, this time we need to make some little bit of changes, that we are not going to use this flag visible, flag UI visible, UI flag visible, sorry. Here what we are going to do is simply write UI system UI flag full screen, and then again we will write view dot immersive sticky, and then again here write view dot, this time we will write hide navigation. So simply system UI flag hide navigation. And now guys, here what we need to do is we need to hide that action bar. Simply write hide, and after this if statement, what here we need to do is again copy this let request code from here, and then again we need to paste it. Simply paste it here, but this time we will make this portrait landscape. So simply write landscape. Yes guys, and now after this we need to fix the param. So simply again we need to copy this line. So copy this linear layout, clear view dot get layout params. So simply copy this line from here, control plus C, and then paste it after this. And now we need to write that params dot width will be equals to params, and then match parent, then semicolon, then params, then dot. This time we will use height equals to params dot match parent, then semicolon. So is after this simply write player view. Again we need to write player view dot set layout param, and it will be params, and then full screen equals to true, and then yes guys, so now our coding part is complete. So when the user will click on the button full screen toggle button, so it will simply make the video full screen. So it's time to run the Android app and see is it working or not. So guys, make sure that before running this Android app you have changed this thing in manifest XML file, because if you will not do this then your full screen app, full screen button will not work properly. Yes guys, so that's why for avoiding that error I'm trying to say that you have to do the same things that I'm doing in this tutorial, because if you will make a little bit of change then it will cause a problem and the video, the app will not work as I'm showing in this tutorial. So it's time to run the Android app. So guys, one more thing that I want to show you, that before running app you have to do one thing is that here what we are going to do is simply open your layout file, and here we need to open this full screen.xml file. And guys, one more thing, that before running the Android app, make sure that you have to give here is simply write controller layout id, and here we will give the name of this file. You can see that it is exoplayer custom controls, so simply write exoplayer custom controls. Yes guys, after adding this line you have to add this because it is very important, because if you will not do this then your app will not work and it may crash in runtime. So after giving this line I will run this app, and in my emulator, so you can see that our app is running pretty fine, there is no error. And now if I will click on this show video, so you can see that we came on this activity. So guys, when I what you can see that I have implemented in my previous tutorials that you if you will search any video, like you can see that if I will search any video, so it is showing here, and after this when I will click on this video view, so you can see that we will go on next activity. Yes, so it is working because I implemented the search view, I implemented the item clicks also inside this firebase search method, that's why it is working. So after this you can see that our video started loading, and when I will click on this button, so you can see that it is streaming quite good. And after this when I will click on this button exoplayer full screen, so now you can see that our video is full screen, and you can play this video again, and you can pause it, and you can see that our icon is also changed here. Now it is showing shrinked, and when I will again click on this one, so our app, you can see that now it is back. So I think our app is working pretty absolutely fine. So hope you like this video, and you can get the source code on my Instagram page. You have to follow that page, then DM me, and then I will provide the source code. So make sure to subscribe my channel and please press the bell icon so you will never miss any update. Thank you for watching.